afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. We made it to the end of another week. Susan is off today. Charlotte Deleste is sitting in. Good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I haven't seen you in months.
I know. It's been quite some time. At least I'm back in the building, right?
Undisclosed location. But
yes.
I think we're working together next week, so we'll see you then.
Yes, we are.
All right. Good to have you with us. Here's what's making news on this Friday. Chris Reese says there's 2 chances for accumulating snow over the next few days, but where you live will impact how much you have to shovel.
And Wisconsin Republicans say yet again they want to repeal Governor Evers' mask mandate.
And another legend of Wisconsin sports has died, remembering the life of the home run king, Hank Aaron. Let's take a look outside on this Friday. Some open water for these ducks. Been a pretty mild winter so far, but it's cold out today.
Oh, it is today.
Frigid replaced by snow. Chris Reese joins us from Reese Manor with a look at the forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Charlotte. Frigid replaced by snow. That's exactly what we're going to be looking into as we go through the next couple of days. It's cold out there now. That cold front that came through last night put those temperatures into the single digits for us early this morning. And here we are now, 20 degrees colder than we were at this exact same time yesterday. Those temperatures were at 36. We're now at 16, 18 in Janesville, 15 in the Dells, 18 in La Crosse as well. Sunshine. All for us. We've had that sunshine all day long. Soak that up, enjoy it, because cloud cover works its way back in by the time we move into tomorrow. And by this time tomorrow, we're going to be watching radar, so snow chances begin to move right back in. Doppler track free of the snow for us right now. 24 hours from now, we'll be singing a little bit of a different tune. Winter weather advisories are in effect from 6 o'clock tomorrow through 9 a.m. on Sunday. You work your way closer towards the Mississippi River. It's 3 o'clock tomorrow through 9 a.m. on Sunday. Not a major event here, but it's certainly something that we are watching. We're taking like a 1 to 5 inch snow area wide. Then, depending on where you live, we're certainly watching Monday. The closer you are towards the Illinois state line, the better chance you have for a shovelable snow. By the time we get towards Monday, we will watch that closer, because if that storm trends any stronger, odds are it would trend a little bit further towards the north. Of course, if you don't like snow, you hope for that to not be the case, but we are going to watch it. Traffic-wise, Beltline, it's in good shape. That's what we need on a Friday. We're going to continue to watch things in the world of traffic. We'll have your full forecast coming up as well. That full forecast is closer to 425.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. You can stay on top of the weather this weekend by downloading the free Channel 3000 weather app. It's in your app store. Have an accurate forecast, radar, and traffic map all at your fingertips. Republicans in the state legislature are trying to repeal Governor Tony Evers' latest mask mandate.
Amy Reed is live to explain their issue with it.
So far, 27 Republicans from both the Assembly and the Senate have signed on to this effort, and we just found out that it will go before the full Senate next week. Now, their joint resolution would put an end to the public health emergency the governor issued earlier this week, and that effectively extended the statewide mask mandate. By Wisconsin law, the legislature has the power to repeal that by passing a resolution in both chambers, but right now we don't know if there will be enough support to do that. Republicans in favor of the measure argue the governor has the power to issue an emergency, but not multiple emergencies for the same cause. The co-author saying in a statement, "From day one, I've been ready to repeal Governor Evers' unconstitutional edicts. The governor has grossly overstepped his authority." The governor's office told us that Evers is just trying to keep the public safe, and they mentioned that the legislature has yet to pass a COVID bill and send it to the governor to sign since last April. But the Assembly and Senate are scheduled to be back in the Capitol next week. Like I said, the Senate is planning to take this up during their floor session. No word yet on the Assembly.
Amy Reed reporting from the state capitol. Thank you, Amy. 34 more people have died from COVID-19 in Wisconsin. That brings the state's total to nearly 5,800. At the same time, more than 2,000 people have tested positive within the last day or so, taking the state's all-time total to more than 530,000. More than 18,000 people in Wisconsin got their first vaccine yesterday. Just over 310,000 people across the state have begun the vaccination process. About 57,000 of them have completed it.
The U.S. has more coronavirus cases than anywhere else in the world, with more than 24 million cases and 411,000 deaths. Healthcare professionals from coast to coast are racing to vaccinate Americans, but many sites are running out of doses. Amazon is opening a pop-up vaccination site in Seattle this weekend, and Walmart is expanding its vaccination program to 7 more states, Chicago and Puerto Rico. The latest CDC data shows just 22 states and Washington, D.C. have used more than half of their received doses.
It feels very contradictory that only half the doses have been used, and yet cities are saying we need more, but they're both true.
Dr. Anthony Fauci estimates the U.S. will achieve herd immunity when 70 to 80% of Americans are vaccinated. Michigan announced it's reopening indoor dining with restrictions on February 1st. And in Boston, nearly 2,000 doses of the vaccine were spoiled at a VA hospital after a contractor accidentally unplugged a freezer. All UW-Madison students, staff, and employees are supposed to complete a new COVID-19 saliva test by Monday. That's when, at the entrance to each campus building, everyone will be asked to show their Badger badge. It's a screen on the Safer Badgers app showing if you're allowed in or not.
But you won't be turned away with a red denied badge just yet. Amanda Quintana is on the UW campus with why the university is giving people a little time to figure out the new system. Amanda?
Yes, well, even though you will have to show that badge on Monday, that first week is still considered a soft launch. So you won't actually be denied from a building until next Monday. Now, when you take a look at the app on the App Store, it's pretty clear that people are having some issues with it. In more than 100 one-star ratings, a lot of people are complaining about glitches, inability to schedule tests, get results, and some feel it's an invasion of privacy. But this is part of the reason why UW is giving people time to get used to it this first week.
We recognize that this is a big change. There's a learning curve here for everybody, not just with downloading and getting started with the app, but also with the testing process and what will eventually be the building access process.
A lot of students have been frustrated seeing test results invalidated or not posted in the app. McGlone says the university is working to communicate best practices for submitting a saliva-based test. And there's an assistance call center where students and staff can ask questions about issues with the app. This is obviously a pretty big undertaking. They're going from just 12,000 tests a week last semester to now more than 80,000 a week. And every single person on this campus has to use that app to do it all. So it's understandable that there are some issues.
Absolutely. Amanda Quintana reporting live from the UW campus. Thank you. Well, soon the clock will start on former President Donald Trump's Senate impeachment trial. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she'll send the article of impeachment against former President Trump to the Senate on Monday. That timing strikes a blow to now Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's proposal of delaying the start of the trial until next month in order to give the former president time to mount his defense.
Trial will be held in the United States Senate, and there will be a vote on whether to convict the president.
The sequel cannot be an insufficient Senate process that denies former President Trump his due process.
This week, Mr. Trump's GOP Senate allies announced that he has hired South Carolina lawyer Butch Bowers to anchor his defense. In order to convict 17 Senate Republicans would have to join the chamber's 50 Democrats.
On President Biden's second full day in office, things are moving fast. The president kept the focus on the pandemic, taking more steps to relieve financial hardship. President Biden took action to bring economic relief to millions of Americans, signing 2 executive orders. One to support workers and lay the groundwork for a higher minimum wage for federal workers. The other, increasing benefits for those with food insecurity.
We remain in a once-in-a-century public health crisis that's led to the most unequal job and economic crisis in modern history. And the crisis is only deepening.
The president's inner circle is taking shape. Lloyd Austin was confirmed as the nation's first black Secretary of Defense, and Janet Yellen received unanimous support from the Senate Finance Committee to become the first woman to head the Treasury Department. The White House is working to build support for its COVID relief package. The administration will meet with a group of senators this weekend, hoping to hammer out a bipartisan agreement. A legend of Wisconsin sports history and one of the greatest baseball players of all time has died.
Hank Aaron's family says he passed away in his sleep overnight. Danya Backus has more on the life and work of a sports world icon.
Hank Aaron's biggest moment came during his 21st season in the big leagues.
Aaron waiting, the outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
Aaron broke Babe Ruth's long-standing mark of 714 homers, a record that many considered unbreakable. The Slugger's mother was among the fans who swarmed the field to celebrate the milestone. She raised him and her 7 other children in a segregated neighborhood in Mobile, Alabama.
I remember many times, as a little boy growing up, that the Ku Klux Klan would come marching down the street for no reason at all. My mother would tell me, said, son, go hide under the bed.
In 1952, Aaron joined the Negro League's Indianapolis Clowns. He was so good, the Braves purchased his contract for $10,000 and brought him to the majors less than 2 years later. By his second season in Milwaukee, he was an all-star, an honor he would retain for the next 2 decades as one of the most feared hitters in baseball. Despite his success, Aaron became a target as he approached Babe Ruth's home run total.
I got millions and millions of pieces of mail from people that were resentful simply because of the fact that who I was, and they just was not ready for a black man to break that record.
The hate mail and death threats didn't stop him.
What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South.
Hank Aaron retired as baseball's home run king in 1976. His reign ended in 2007 when Barry Bonds hit his 756th home run. Aaron said he hoped his accomplishments might inspire others to chase their dreams. Henry Louis Aaron was 86 years old. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And Hank Aaron was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982. He is survived by his wife and 6 children. Wisconsin sports figures and politicians are reacting to the death of Aaron. In a statement, Representative Ron Kine said, in part, I have never met a person who is a better ambassador for the game of baseball and for the goal of equal opportunity for all of our citizens. Former baseball commissioner and former owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Bug Selig, also responded saying, quote, besides being one of the greatest baseball players of all time, Hank was a wonderful and dear person and a wonderful and dear friend.
We are just a little more than a day from the Packers taking on the Buccaneers at Lambeau Field. Ahead of the game, the Green Bay Packers will host a free Packers Everywhere virtual pep rally tomorrow. President Mark Murphy will participate in a Q&A session with Wayne Larrivee, the voice of the Packers. Alumni Greg Jennings and Sam Shields will also attend the virtual rally. The pep rally begins at 6 p.m. You can find the link to that pep rally at packers.com. Right after that pep rally, you can tune in to News 3 Now as we take a look back at the Packers' unprecedented season and look ahead to their game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday. Titletown to Tampa will air right here on News 3 Now at 6:30 tomorrow night.
Fingers crossed for the Pack. Still to come before we continue our Hidden Treasures segment with the State Historical Society.
We'll find out why an entire tavern is on the move, headed to Old World, Wisconsin. More on that when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
$6 million worth of top brand home furnishings must be sold at Ashley Home Store. All furniture is up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for up to 3 years. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob, so you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
$6 million worth of furniture and mattresses must be sold at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 65% off doorbuster mattresses like these. Plus, pay as little as $25 per month, interest-free for up to 6 years on luxury sleep systems. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
COVID has destroyed plenty of people's lives and plans for the future, but a couple battling the virus at a hospital in the UK watched their wish come true with the help of nurses.
Yeah, Lizzie Kerr and Simon O'Brien were ready to get hitched until they had to put their lives on hold. The British couple contracted COVID, and their situation quickly took a turn for the worse. Odds were against them. Roughly 8 out of 10 people in Britain's ICUs don't make it. So a nurse caring for them came up with an idea.
They were sort of saying to us, well, do you want to get married in the hospital? This might be your only chance. And those are words I never, ever want to hear again.
I think initially took her by surprise because it's not something they had spoken about in hospital. So she had a chat to Simon, I had a chat to Simon just to reassure him.
4 hours later, the critically ill couple tied the knot. Nurses even hung makeshift decorations. The newlyweds are now on the slow road to recovery. Lizzie and Simon had to wait a few days before they were healthy enough to have their first kiss as newlyweds. Congratulations. It was a mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials fell 179 points, ending the week at 30,996. The NASDAQ managed a 12-point gain, closing at a record high. The S&P 500 was off 11. A 115-year-old Dodge County tavern is on the move.
The Wisconsin Historical Society is moving it from its rural location to the Old World Wisconsin exhibit.
That's the topic of this month's Hidden Treasure segment with the Wisconsin Historical Society. Joining us now is Jen Daville, the Wisconsin Historical Society Deputy State Historic Preservation Officer and Preservation Architect. Jen, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Tell us about this project at Old World Wisconsin.
Sure. What we're seeing today is the first phase of a very exciting multi-phase project. It's the construction of the brewing building out at Old World, Wisconsin.
So, Jen, this is phase 1 of this project. Can you tell us what is going to be happening during phase 1?
Yes, absolutely. So phase 1 is the construction. It's a brand new building, and it's essentially to hold brewing demonstrations inside for all of our guests and visitors to Old World, Wisconsin. Of course, brewing is a big tradition and part of our heritage here in Wisconsin, so we want to really highlight that. Another part of phase 1 is building a new foundation for Whit Nable's Tavern that will be moved to the site this spring.
This is a pretty major project, and it sounds kind of expensive. How are you paying for this?
Yeah, that's great. It is a combination of state and private donors. Phase 1 and 2. So phase 1 is the brewing building and getting Whit Naples Tavern to site. Phase 2 is the beer garden construction, and together that is about $5.5 million.
Wow. So
Yes.
when is the construction expected to be completed, and will it be for all the phases that you're planning here?
Sure. So phase 1 started the first week of December last year, and they are hoping to be done by August of 2021. So we are very excited about that. And then phase 2 will begin as soon as we've raised enough money for that. So hopefully sooner rather than later we can start on phase 2.
So you're actually brewing beer at the site?
Yes, there will be through the demonstrations, our volunteers will be brewing beer, and it will be available then for our guests to sample the beer that was made in the traditional methods.
Jen, what's your most favorite part of this whole project?
I have to say I'm a preservation architect, and I'm a little biased to the 1930s tavern that's being moved to site this spring. It's Whit Naples Tavern, and we are going to restore that tavern to its 1930s post-prohibition appearance, and that's part of phase 2, and so that's probably, I'm a little biased, that's probably going to be my favorite part.
How far is that journey from where it is to Old World, Wisconsin?
Oh my goodness, it's down Highway 67. Is it 15 miles maybe? That's a guess.
That's going to be quite a project.
Yes.
We'll have to check.
Yes, we are working with Findorf Construction and Heritage Movers, and we have total faith that it'll be a great move. So
we'll have to check
Don't
back
drop
once
the tavern.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. The tavern comes to you. Well, Jen, exciting news. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much. And if anybody would like to learn more about this exciting project, they can go to oldworldwisconsin.org.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Jen. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Still to come at 4, Our Friend. That's the name of a new movie opening.
We'll preview the film, which is based on a true story, coming up after Chris's First Warn forecast.
You know, if he keeps talking to you like that, you should just dump him. Drive.
Oh, baby, I have sinned. Baby, this is my last confession. You know I've never been no good. But when I'm with you, it feels like heaven. I'm begging for mercy, baby. Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. on food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. Get ready to nominate your favorites online for Best of Madison in over 140 categories. Nominations open February 1st. Learn more at madisonmagazine.com.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Hey, Tom.
Sheila. Hey, don't take losing the Anderson business personally.
I resigned it, Tom. I guess they didn't tell you about their opossum problem.
I thought it was pronounced possum.
Take a look at this. Two friends stumble upon quite a peculiar sight. They discover this massive tree in their path as they clear debris for a tree stand. As they cut the timber to move it out of the way, water starts gushing out. Both men are in awe, can't believe what they're seeing. They thought it would last a few seconds, but it kept going and going for close to 4 minutes. Not quite sure what's happening there.
At first I thought, Mark, that was maple syrup, and I thought it's supposed to, like, be slow.
No, look at it pour out of there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
There's a lot of water in that tree. All right, Chris Reese, maybe some snow this weekend.
Yeah, we're watching those chances for some snow. We're pretty good with the chance of the snow coming Saturday night into Sunday. What we see on Monday, still a little bit iffy, but we're going to talk about it. It's coming up right after this break.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my A1C.
Because my body can still make its own insulin.
And Trulicity activates my body to release it.
Lowering my blood sugar from the first dose. Once weekly Trulicity responds when my body needs it 24/7. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin.
It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include indigestion, fatigue, belly pain, decreased appetite, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We saw those cold temperatures moving into the state of Wisconsin today. It's still going to be cold as we move into tonight. Wind chills could be as low as 10 below zero. 2 to 5 inches of snow coming our direction tomorrow night into Sunday. And we do have a storm potential on Monday. That one's lower confidence, but nonetheless, we do have the alert day in the forecast simply because if that trends further towards the north, it could be a higher impact system, and that's going to be very close. So we're talking folks in Beloit may get a lot of snow, and then in Edgerton, not so much. So we're watching that one closely. Higher confidence does exist, though, in the Saturday snow. We do have winter weather advisories from 6 o'clock Saturday through 9 o'clock on Sunday. We'll touch more on the snow in a bit, but for now, anyone who's getting ready to do anything outdoors, wind chills have made it above freezing. Our wind chill now at 6. The actual air temperature 10 degrees warmer at 16, 18 in Janesville, 14 for our friends over in Viroqua right now. But on the bright side, this does come with sunshine. And a lot of it. Another sunny day on tap. We haven't had too many of those this year. That's because high pressure is in control as that front continues to push towards the south and east. But yesterday, folks, I made you a promise that today would be much colder than 24 hours ago, and that is what we have seen take place across this portion of the Midwest. This is to be replaced, this cold, by cloud cover and snow as we start to move into Saturday night. Here we are. This is Saturday, 6 o'clock. That's when snow is starting to break out just towards the west. That's right on top of us early in the morning on Sunday. So Sunday, 5 o'clock in the morning, look for snow, but by the time the Packers kick off in the afternoon, a lot of that snow is getting ready to move out of the Badger State. Here's our secondary system moving in from the south and areas of southern Wisconsin. Like I said, it's going to be close. Chicagoland, we're looking at a slam dunk. It's likely that there will be a pretty impactful snow for areas there. Let's take you hour by hour. Tonight, those overnight lows will be right around 0 to just above the 0 degree mark. Into tomorrow at 7 o'clock, temperatures will be in the teens, and we'll see that snow starting to work its way on in all the way until the later part of your Sunday morning. We talk snow amounts. In general, I'm expecting 2 to 4 inches of snow area-wide, a little bit less as you work your way further towards the south and east. Now, when it comes to impacts, it's going to be a fluffy snow, a powdery snow. That means it's going to be easier to clear, but still moderate impacts there. Moderate impacts with driving, but this isn't a slushy, wet snow that creates a lot of the slick spots as you walk around. It's just that little crunch underneath your feet. So minor impacts in terms of walking or anything like that. But we do have the alert days in your forecast for Sunday, along with into Monday as well. We'll watch more snow chances arrive for the middle of next week and potentially towards next weekend.
All right, we'll keep an eye on things. Thank you, Chris. 50 Shades of Grey actress Dakota Johnson stars in a new movie about a couple who receives a little help from a friend.
Rick DiMagella has a look at Our Friend.
I like to write letters to the girls for certain milestones in their lives. I want to have blue hair.
Dakota Johnson and Casey Affleck play a couple who get extra support following a serious medical diagnosis in Our Friend, based on a true story.
Oh, most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You always will be. I played a real person, but I wasn't trying to emulate her precisely because I could never have done it. I cared more about the performance being authentic than being exactly like Nicole.
Most people I know have lost somebody to cancer. So this is you're in a territory where you're going to touch a lot of people. And my concern about that is that you do it in a way that feels like you do those memories some service.
Hi, girls. Hi, Fruit Loop.
Hey, how you feeling?
Tired. Thanks for being here.
I won't miss it. The story which inspired the movie was chronicled by Matt Teague in an Esquire magazine article titled The Friend. Jason Segel plays the friend who comes to help and ends up staying.
I think the thing that I realized from making the movie is that I was not actually as good a friend as I thought I was in my brain. Like, just because you're thinking about somebody doesn't mean they know you're thinking about them. And so, make the phone call. When you're on your walk or you're on your drive, just call your friend for 2 minutes and just say, hey, just wanted to check in. Nicole's my best friend, too. I'm happy to be here.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick DiMagella.
Break out the tissues, I think, for that one.
Yes.
We'll find out what Will Loper thinks about it on Monday, and we'll be right back.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy, even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my A1C.
Because my body can still make its own insulin.
And Trulicity activates my body to release it.
Lowering my blood sugar from the first dose. Once weekly Trulicity responds when my body needs it 24/7. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin.
It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include indigestion, fatigue, belly pain, decreased appetite, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
Tonight at 5, some UW students are having difficulty with the new Safer Badger app, which will help students find testing locations. How the university is trying to help at 5.
Temperatures will be below zero for tonight, but snow will develop by tomorrow evening and bring several inches through Sunday morning. More snow is possible later Monday. My forecast at 5.
And ahead tonight at 6, some states are struggling with COVID vaccines going to waste. We're looking into Wisconsin's waste rates. That's tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 6. We are hearing from a California student who got national attention for her emotional reaction when she found out she got into Harvard University.
Only about 5% of Harvard applicants get in. Lilia Luciano sat down with the teenager and shares the incredible story of hard work and perseverance behind her success.
Hundreds of thousands have watched it, shared it, and reposted it. But for Santa Ana High School senior Cielo Chegoyen, her invitation to the Ivy League is not only proof of her dedication to school, but a testament to her parents' sacrifice.
I'd come out of high school and my mom would pick me up and she'd drive me to the public library and she'd leave me food and I'd stay there until 10 p.m. when they kicked me out.
Last year, her dad, a father of 6 who immigrated from El Salvador 3 decades ago, was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement and held at the Adelanto Detention Center, about 2 hours away from his family.
I'd just take my homework and I'd do it in the car. And whenever I'd visit my dad, he'd really encourage me to stay focused. So especially because it came from him during that time, I took it a lot more seriously.
In the 6 months her father spent in detention, Cielo became an advocate for other detainees.
I translated for their lawyers. I wrote letters to the judge that was presiding over their bond hearing. And I'm so glad that both of them have been released.
Fellow Santa Ana High School alum Gloria Montiel was an undocumented student when she attended Harvard back in 2005 before earning her PhD. She helped Cielo navigate the arduous admission process, paying forward what others had done for her.
Harvard's investment in any one student from this community will pay back 1,000-fold. They don't just go and then take off. They always come back and do something for the community.
Cielo plans to become an oncologist.
My grandmother, who is from Oaxaca, passed from colon cancer, and my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, who's currently in El Salvador, has carcinoma.
What do you want people to know about your family's story, about who your dad is?
Honestly, I think I just want people to understand that not having a certain immigration status doesn't make a person lesser than. They're still brilliant people, they're still good people.
She says this achievement was not just the result of her own hard work, but that of her family and her community.
My parents do everything, and I'm so happy that I was able to do something that made them really, really excited and just feel that their work was worth it, because it really is.
Lilia Luciano, Los Angeles.
What a remarkable story.
It's so inspirational. It's fantastic.
It really is.
Still to come at 4.
Go ahead.
The show must go on, Mark, even if it's virtually, don't you think?
It says Charlotte right there. Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check out Forward Theater's production of The Niceties. That's when Live at 4 continues.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
During Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway, you could win a 2-year lease to a 2021 Mercedes C300 when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid. Beauty Rest Black are the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $19.99 and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. And with Steinhoffel's special financing, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. So take a test rest and you could drive away in a Mercedes C300 during Steinhoffel's Dream Car Giveaway.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
Right now, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful, one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture on the line, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Happy Friday. Here's how traffic is shaping up for a lot of us. The Beltline mainly in good shape, but it's that eastbound direction. Once you get over towards that Walmart in Monona by West Broadway, that's where you see a little slowdown, but even still, it's not all that big. Most speeds are in that 55 to 60 mile per hour range. That's where we like to see them, right along with the flow of traffic. If you're traveling from University to Verona Road, that'll take you about 7 minutes right now.
All right, Chris, thank you. These mailboxes are celebrating the inauguration of President Biden. They're honoring the hardworking United States postal workers with signs reading, "We deliver democracy." It was put on by the UC Davis Department of Theater and Dance in Berkeley. Madison Forward Theater is back with a virtual performance, The Niceties.
It tells the story of a black liberal arts college student and an important debate on race, history, and power in the U.S. Our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check it out.
Like every other arts organization during this past crazy year, we are doing all kinds of brand new things for the very first time. And, building on the experimentation and success of our virtual digital production of The Lifespan of a Fact back in September, we are doing this second show of our 2021 season, The Niceties by Eleanor Burgess. And we really tried to push the needle even further in terms of what we're learning and being able to do, and also what the audience experience is going to be like. So we are still doing everything from all of our own homes to keep everybody safe. But now we've moved into the world of green screens and sort of building mini movie studios in our two actresses' homes. And boy, it has been a ride. But when we look at the test footage and see what it looks like for these two characters to look like they are in the same room with each other, it is a reminder of how much we miss live theater.
This play is about a young black student at a university going to speak with her professor about her paper about slavery's impact on the American Revolution. So throughout their discussion of this, themes of racism throughout history, how we talk about and how we tell stories about history, who our stories are about, who's in our textbooks, who's on our minds. I couldn't really imagine a more relevant time to tell this story than right now, this national reckoning we are having around race in this country, and who is included and who is excluded in the systems that we are a part of, really are brought to light in this play. And I think that will be even more absorbed by the folks who watch this play, because that is so on our minds. I really had not felt before this that there was a role that I was like, that's me. That's me. And I've been through situations like that in academia or in other, situations with a person of relative power to you. So I really thought, wow, now is the time to tell this story. This is kind of a dream role for me. To be able to play a young, smart black woman is awesome. That's not a stereotype. And then is really for good. I don't know. I feel like this story is so important. And I'm so jazzed to be a part of it.
Michael joins us now. The technology is amazing with the green screen.
Doesn't it look like they're actually in the same place? Mm-hmm. It's amazing how far we've come with that, from starting with the old Skype and Zoom boxes. It's pretty amazing. It looks like a feature film to me.
Michael, I'm not into theater as much as you are, but I have been hearing a lot of buzz about this show. A lot of buzz in the community.
There has been a lot of buzz about this. It's the two wonderful actresses, and Sarah Day, of course, is one of our treasures here in Wisconsin. And I'm telling you, this girl reminds me of our poet laureate. I mean, she's really talented and she's really articulate, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal play with the two of them.
An important message at this time, as she pointed out.
Yeah, exactly, especially around this time. You're absolutely right.
All right. You can check out the virtual performance over the next 2 weeks or so. It debuts tonight, runs until Sunday, February 7th. You can find more information at forwardtheater.com. It's that time. 3, 2, 1. It's Friday.
Hey.
Oh, you two. Nice to see you, Jim. Go Pack.
Go Pack. Go Pack.
All right, we'll see you next time. Have a good weekend.
You too.
The final check of your forecast coming up.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Like you, my hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at faxonhand.com today.
Still a traffic jam. Just better views. Still your to-do list. Just getting more done. Still packing up. Just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,750 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Hi, folks. Saturday morning, just days after Inauguration Day, we take a look at some of the executive orders President Biden has signed so far.
And we'll be taking a look at the weekend weather. Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
The Packers have dominated in a difficult year as they battle for a league title, and we want to celebrate how far they've come. Tune in Saturday at 6:30 for a special event, Packers 2021, Titletown to Tampa, only on News 3 Now.
Temperatures are still in the mid-teens as the sun continues to set over Madison. A beautiful shot there of the Edgewater Sky Camera. We begin to look into the weekend, though. Alert days for Sunday and then again on Monday. We're more confident in the Sunday snow. Widespread 1 to 5 inches throughout the state. And then we'll see how things play out on Monday. But the further south and east you are, the better chance you have for accumulating snow into Monday. Temperatures are staying milder than average.
All right, Chris, thank you. Monday here on Live at 4, a UW panel first convened a year ago gathers again to reflect on the pandemic. We'll have a preview. And film critic Will Loper runs down all the new movies and streaming shows now out. We'll see you Monday.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Being a good father is important to me. So being diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer made me think of all the things that I wanted to teach my kids. My doctor said I could start on Keytruda, so I did. With each scan, things just got better.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and it could be your first treatment for non-small cell lung cancer that has spread. Keytruda can be used for adults who test positive for PD-L1 and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda is not chemotherapy. It's the immunotherapy used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other. Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have new or worse cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine or eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, confusion or memory problems, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have lung, breathing, or liver problems.
Before I'd think of the stuff I might miss. But now with Keytruda, we have hope.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Hurry to get $7,250 in total savings on a Built Ford Tough F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
Well, we've come to the end of another week here on Live at 4, and this is the part of the show where we highlight the news hounds.
If you are a regular viewer, you know we mourned the passing of Lola about 2 weeks ago this Sunday. She will be greatly missed. We really appreciate all the kind words and condolences from all of you, but we do have some very exciting news to report.
Yes, Louis has been named Chief Newshounds Correspondent, and he's being joined by a new intern. We want you to meet Oliver, or Ollie. He's 14 weeks old. He comes from the same lineage as Lola, so we'll be in good hands. We'll be seeing more of him as he grows up. So without further ado, Louis and Oliver present this week's edition of the Newshounds.
It's Newshounds Now Update with Louis.
This week on the Newshounds, talk about man's best friend.
It's raining popcorn.
And a day at the beach.
But first, we start with what is possibly the cutest video ever of a newborn monkey. The Philadelphia Zoo announced the birth of a Francois Langer, an endangered species of monkey that are native to China and Vietnam. This little girl was born on December 13th. The zoo staff noticed the mother, Mei Mei, wasn't paying much attention to her baby, which is common among first-time moms in the animal kingdom. So they took her in, gave her a warm bath and some food. The staff says since then, baby and mom have bonded well, and the entire family is doing great.
Speaking of doing great, these western lowland gorillas at the Brookfield Zoo couldn't have had a better day. They were showered with popcorn in celebration of National Popcorn Day. The low-fat treat was air-popped by the animal care staff and released from timed feeders. The timed feeders are part of the zoo's enrichment program. They allow various food items, including popcorn, to be released at random times during the day, encouraging the animals to forage. Plus, it's fun to watch.
It's summer down under, so it's only natural to see a koala wandering a Maine beach along Apollo Bay, a town about 95 miles southwest of Melbourne. The little guy just ambles along the beach, stepping across surfboards as beachgoers watch. At one point, the marsupial sat in the water to rest near the excited crowd. Eventually, he headed back into the woods.
And finally, this is why they're called man's best friend. For almost a week, this pooch named Banjuk waited outside a hospital in northern Turkey. The dog followed the ambulance carrying her owner here after he suffered a brain clot. Every day for 6 days, Banjuk would show up every morning and wait, checking out everyone walking through that door. She was fed by the hospital staff, and the owner's daughter took Banjuk back home each night. But the next morning, she showed up again, waiting. Finally, on the 6th day, a familiar face. There he was, and Banjuk could not contain her happiness.